Yeah, this will be part two, but don't forget about the song Sunday, Bloody Sunday by U2. And college football kept doing the guy on ESPN, college football, ESPN college football Sunday, Bloody Sunday. If you just Google it, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, week 8. And so there it is. It says Sunday, Bloody Sunday, week 8. So each week in college football, Fansville, Dr. Pepper, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, week 12, down goes Tennessee. So, it was all about his Bloody Mary, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. U2, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Um, in other words, Don't Let Me Die on Sunday, potentially. So, I wanted to check something, but no, that's it, pretty much. If it went down on Sunday, oh, I wanted to look at the event for tomorrow. Hang on. So today he's in New Hampshire. Tonight he's at UFC 216. Tomorrow, Reno Sparks Convention Center, Reno, Nevada. That's 2 o'clock. Then over to Phoenix, where the Phoenix rises from the ashes. Well, that's pretty big. So let's take a look at that. And by the way, the Phoenix rising from the ashes, he won't make that event. That's the next venue for him, telling you that's his next stop is to rise. So we're going to come down. It's 4590, 89,502. So we're going to have to take a look at some stuff. I'll do it. I'll pause and see if anything pops up. That's so weird. It's the 4108 combination. And my Mayday friend has turned that age today, the 4108. One 4108. She's at the murder code 38 years, 715. Now, this person has Eve in their name if you use simple gematria. That's all I'm going to tell you. Where one of the letters converts to, or it's a combination of letters. Okay. So it's a combination of, let me see, of Y, which is 2, 5. Well, maybe that just the 5 and then the next letters. The 5 is E, right? So 1, 5. Anyway, there's a 525. I'm sorry, 5225 combination using simple gematria to each letter of this person's name. So she's got Eve in her name. So it would give you the event, and she's telling you this is the eve of where he will be at the 4108. It is interesting because my friend's wedding day, the same person that I'm talking about, my Mayday friend, her wedding day was 6/20/2009 to 4108. So her wedding day is 4108 code. Her birthday is 4108 code. When you multiply 4590 times 89502, it's 4108 is the product. Tell me that's not a little spooky. Let's multiply it out by the times the phone number. So we're going to go, yeah, I think I can do this. Hang on, 775-827-7620. Oh, it's got our wedding day in there. 620. Hmm, interesting. So in 77, which is Eve coding because EVE is in the spelling of 7 and 11. 7 times 11 is 77. Um, and, or is it Eve of Eve? So I don't know. Tomorrow could be the Eve. Maybe the event is Monday. I don't know. Just looking at stuff. So let's multiply it out. 4,590,89,502 times, I knew I wasn't going to remember it. 775,827 times 775,827,7620. So you multiply the phone number times the full phone number with a full address. And right in the middle, you got 388. You got murder code Trump. Right smack in the middle of it. The perfect middle is right there, isn't it? Hold on. 6 on each side, 6 on each side. Yeah. Right smack, that's smack dead in the middle, 3808. Six numbers to each side. That's just mind blowing to me. Absolutely mind blowing. And outside of that box was a 17 and a 43. And together they make up a minute. So backwards and forwards in time, those two are related to each other. That's a long story and hard to explain in my complicated math brain. But yeah, so he goes down there. And how far is it? Well, let's go ahead and look at Reno Sparks Convention Center on Google Maps. Hang on. Well, I don't have to hang on. Google Maps directions. So we're going to hit directions and we're going to put the Sparks building in there. And then we're going to put the other building in there. The Phoenix Convention Center. Where, if we're correct, he will not go to physically. But they're telling you he will rise. His next destination is. So it's an hour and 40-minute plane ride. Well, if the. Seems to me like he'd be at the Phoenix first if it's a 5 o'clock rally. So you look at the price, it says 188. So the AI really knows what it's doing, doesn't it? I might look at the Phoenix Convention Center later. I don't know. But one gives a time, the other does not give a time. Let's see if we can figure it out. Phoenix Convention Center event schedule.
America Fest 2023, Strong Church at AMFEST, GOLFZEAL Phoenix.
That's 9 a.m. it says. So that one's actually, oh, I'm sorry. That's today. That's the 16th. So where's the December 17th? Strong Church at, that says 12 noon. So it has him, Strong Church at AMFE. Trump speaks at America Fest. AMFE. Strong Church. There's America Fest today at 9 a.m. But here it says Strong Church at AMFE. So he's going to church first. in Phoenix. And then he would go to the other place to die. So it's the ritual of going to Phoenix because he's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. We can certainly take a look at the convention center. Let's do it. We might as well look at its numbers. Phoenix Convention Center, Phoenix, Arizona. Hang on, let me get an address for us. So there really wasn't a website giving you the address and stuff. Its coordinates are 33, 26, 57, 65 north, 11249.10 west. Charles Luckman was the architect. It opened September 28th, 1972. We can run that. Hang on. So Trump, to the date of its opening, 138 begins the minutes. It's 9603 days. He was 26 years old, 314 or pi months. So then let's run it to tomorrow. From when it opened to tomorrow, 187. So they want us to think that. They don't give you this code for nothing. It's 18707. And we know what the sevens are all about, the cleansing of the church, which is the job of the Antichrist. As he said, I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. Well, Jesus, of course, is the chosen one for the sheep. And the Antichrist is the chosen one to cleanse the sheep. He makes their robes. Well, that's what the Great Tribulation is all about. We all, through much tribulation, enter the kingdom. The Great Tribulation is to cleanse the entire church because it's lost. And you're like, are you talking about today's fake Christianity? They're lost? No. I'm talking about today's lost sheep on the earth. The church, 99.99999% of the church is lost on this earth. They are sprinkled about evenly. I will tell you, evenly sprinkled about the earth in every, evenly spread out through every single world religion. Far East, Middle East, West Coast, Western. Free will Jesus with its bunny rabbit, Easter, and pagan Christmas grove worship services. Whether it's out of pagan Rome or pagan Washington, D.C., that sits inside of Virgin Mary land, Virginia and Maryland. I mean, today's quote unquote fake Christianity teaches free will, and most are also really good with Christmas and Easter. They'll even throw something out there for the kids at Halloween. They'll call it something. They do it all, man. Valentine's, they do it all. So it's not just those people that are lost. Maybe 10% of them, 10% of Far Eastern, 10%, and there's a lot of different Far Eastern religions. So I just think 10% out of all of them are going to get the call at the abomination of desolation. Some during the World War III, the red horse, white horse, red horse, black horse. But anyway, I digress. So let's go back. So from the opening of this place, it's 187 days. This place again was the Phoenix place, is that right? Yeah. From the opening of the Phoenix place, we have the 187. So what had happened there? I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything. And nothing will probably happen. So apologies in advance for wasting your time. You'll never get this time back. But what else would I be doing? Listening to rock music or watching a Hollywood movie? So I can only do so many Bible studies, right? This is our hobby. This is what we do for funsies. So let's go ahead and go through the Phoenix Convention Center's full address, complete with zip code. Doesn't give it to us, does it? Hang on, let me do some research. So the zip code is 85004. Why does this look like I don't have a lot of volume? It dropped, didn't it? Sure did. There's no way to save it. It should just stay there when I click out. And does it look like I've got more green up there? Yeah, a little more green. Well, a lot of green. Y'all can't see the bar. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm trying to show that to you. But hopefully this sounds a little better. So let's take a look at it. Hang on, I'll bring it up. So it's 100 North, 3rd Street. So that's 1 times 3. That's going to be a 3 times the zip code of 85004. So first off, let's do 3 times 85004. All right, I like it. Remember when that total solar eclipse hit, it was day 110 with 255 left to go. 501 is May Day, May 1st date. But yeah, I like that. So, but let's take a look at it. It is, if not mistaken, 100 3rd Street, 85004. So that's 100 3rd Street, 85004. Since it's a single digit followed by a 0, always times it by GOD, and you get the 718 code, which July 18th is when The Dark Knight came out. Porsche 911, Porsche 718. You do have the 86 coded also. They know that's how we do our math. This is me and the Lord's math. And look at it, it's 138. Look at the address. I didn't even notice it. Take out the zeros. It's 138. Nah. It's so funny. There's a storm hitting where I live. It's pretty fascinating. And it would just be like them to send a storm to just kind of like, that's what it's all about, the coming storm. Storm's coming, Batman said. Storm's coming, said James Bond. Of course, Trump referred to the storm. Maybe it's just a calm before the storm. So, what storm, sir? Oh, you'll find out, he said. So let me pause it as we get close to toward the end. It doesn't look like it's going to be that bad, does it? So, but anyway, back to the subject. By the way, when this convention center was opened, I believe this is the Phoenix one, 9/28/72. Is it the Phoenix one? Or the other one? I don't know. But remember, it says 187. Maybe it's the other one. 187 in the days, 18707. Look at the months. It's 6/14. That's Mr. Big's birthday. It's Trump's birthday. And then when you read 51 years, 2 months, 19 days, that's 5/121/9. 121, which is in the heart of that, is Antichrist. 121 is Antichrist in simple gematria. So yeah, it just continues to be very fascinating. Let's look at a few more things. We do have a phone number for the Phoenix Convention Center, 602-262-6225. Wow. We got 6226 62622. Wow. It's just, I don't know. So let me times the address by the phone number like we did the other one. So that's the phone number. It's a single digit followed by a zero. So we times it by 7154, which is GOD in gematria. And you get 38 code. You get 86 followed by the 68. That's the death and rising. Oh, that's weird. So that's the address. I'm sorry, that's the phone number. Now we're going to times it by the address, which was 100. There it is. Times it by 100 3rd Street 385 004. Ooh, we get a 357 right in the middle. The number of pages for the book of Daniel. Wow. Okay. And it's 6 followed by a single digit. Followed by a 0. And you do get the 17.5 for Revelation 17.5 mystery. All capital letters, mystery, Babylon the Great. 727, the length of IPEC goat. Man, this is some good freaky stuff. No doubt. You can keep going, multiplying out both addresses since it's 2 events on the same day. They're both on the 17th. So he's going to be at Phoenix first, potentially as a ritual, and then go die at the Reno Sparks Convention Center, or just die at the Phoenix place and never make it to Reno Sparks. It was just a twins event ritual. I don't know. He would be rising on, well, of course. He would be rising until Tuesday, December 19th, which had a rally scheduled for Waterloo, because, of course, he's all about Napoleon was one of the seven kings of Mystery Babylon. And, of course, ABBA. The ABBA movie, Mamma Mia, came out the same day as The Dark Knight Rises, 7/18. They had a song called Waterloo. Was it in the movie? I'll almost guarantee you it was. Was Waterloo in the original Mamma Mia? The first time it is sang by the cast during the end credits in the first movie. They sang Waterloo at the closing credits. They sure did. We have it. We have our time frame. He's either going down Sunday or Tuesday. I suspect going down on Sunday, rising on Tuesday. From the band Till Tuesday and Donnie Darko. This is some fascinating stuff. Waterloo, ABBA, Wikipedia. March 4th. Same date Batman came out, Marching 4th. March 4th, 1974, December 17th. Whoa. It was recorded on December 17th, the day he's going down. Whoa. He's going down Sunday, Bloody Sunday, and rising on Tuesday. I just can't even. This is too much. March 4th, 1974. Golly. How many days apart is the recording to the release? Of course, 77 days apart. 7's the number for cleansing. It is also Eve coding. Everything's about Eve. Eve represents the church. It also represents the divine feminine. So there's an upside down version of everything in their world. Eve is the church, as Christ is the Adam. That's a long story, but it's biblical. And or Christ being of Adam or like Adam, the only two created by God instead of sperm to egg, like all the other humans on earth were sperm to egg except for Adam and Jesus Christ. There was no sperm involved with Jesus, just egg. So 77 days. Perfect. Now we're going to have to run each of these dates to the 17th. So which one do we want to run? We're going to run the day it was released, or the day it was recorded to tomorrow. 18262. Exactly 50 years, even. Exactly 600 months, even. 18262. 438, 288 in the hours. Wow. That's 4 murder, 2 Trump. 438, 288. That's insanely, crazy, ridiculous. That's also my number. See that 8262? My number is 82362. So just put the 3 in the middle of that. That's funny. So 12/17/73 was when it was recorded. What about the March 4th? 74. March 4th, 74 to the 17th. You know what's weird is you really want to run these to the Waterloo. So that's the death, 18185. But the rising day is at the Waterloo Convention Center. So I should have been doing the 19th all along, which is 18187. So you got the 187 in there. 436, 488 in the hours now. And let's go to the other one and run it to the 19th. 18264, 50 years, 2 days, 600 months, 2 days. 438, 336. 4383. So you got 38 and 83 in the hours. And of course, the movie The Hours told us to always look at the hours. Well, we got something show fine going on here now, don't we? It is quite the mess. It is quite the fun. Waterloo. ABBA. Mamma Mia. Came out the same, just like Barbie and Oppenheimer, which was the same director. Oppenheimer and The Dark Knight Rises. It's got Christian in his name, just like Christian Bale does. Who directed The Dark Knight? Directed the press, Christopher Nolan. So Christ Nolan. Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan. So Christopher Nolan, while he was doing The Dark Knight, well, Mamma Mia came out the same day. And then when Nolan's Oppenheimer came out, Barbie came out. So it's all about the Antichrist fused with Eve, or the female divine feminine representing the church, divine, it's a girly movie with an Antichrist movie. Is that a good way to put it? Because he was known as, Oppenheimer was the something Prometheus, which is the Antichrist. Oppenheimer, Prometheus, American Prometheus, the triumph and the, so that was the name of the book. And triumph, of course, comes from the word Trump, or Trump comes from the word triumph. So you see what they did there. So the fact that he's going to be at Waterloo because he will become the Antichrist on the rising day in the line of Napoleon and the rest. And of course, you start getting the red horse at that day. When the book is opened and he has risen and he is crowned from his spiritual rising, his crowning at his rising. Like Jesus, death and crowned in the glory. Bible verse, death, comma, followed by the word crown. Trump will get the death. 2 days later, the spiritual crowning. And this continues to be layers upon layers of long stories. I could explain all of that stuff. I'm sorry, but it's just too much. This video would be 4 hours long. And y'all know I can do that. I could talk all day about this stuff. All right. Love y'all. I think we got our date. What do you think?